guys, welcome back to another video for Hoops Empire. I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the account. In just the last 3 or 4 days, I've actually gained about 40 new subscribers, so I'm really happy about that. And with the growing subscriber count, I want to start series that you guys would like. So the first series and the video we're going to be doing today is Start Bench Cut. Taking 3 players, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to start one, bench one, and cut one, depending on different accolades, statistics, and different things that they've done throughout their career. In the first edition of Start Bench Cut, we're going to be doing Pascal Siakam, Ben Simmons, and Brandon Ingram. So getting right into it, I'm going to be starting Pascal Siakam. He's averaging 23, 7, and 3, 80% free throw shooting. The main reason why he's above and beyond Simmons and Ingram, even though it is close, is because he's a proven playoff player. And while you may be saying, yes, you know, he had Kawhi, and Raptors were a really good team, and they had a top 3 player, and he was one of the main reasons that they won the championship. He was performing all playoffs long, averaging about 20 points, and he dropped 26, and he was really a pivotal player to the Raptors championship run. And shoots 71% at the rim, but his real staple is his defense. He's averaging a steal and a block a game, and also top 4 in opponent field goal percentage when guarding up close. He's probably the best defender on the second best defensive team in the entire NBA. Pascal really just being great at everything that he does is why I have him over Simmons and Ingram. Next up, I'm going to be benching Ben Simmons, averaging a near triple-double on a good field goal percentage. Other percentages aren't too hot at 30% and 62% from free throw, but Simmons is really just a transcendent player. I mean, he can space the floor. Really the only thing he's missing is a shot from outside of 8 to 10 feet. Among the best players in the league with his dribble drive game and his speed, extremely efficient at the rim, shooting 72%. And while he can't shoot outside of 8 feet, makes up for it by being so amazing at everything else he does, which was something I touched on in the last video, the top 15 under 25. He ranks so high among those players because he's just so good at literally everything else that he does. But his defense is really out of this world. He's leading the league in steals. He's 8th in defensive box plus minus. He's top 10 in defensive win shares. He holds Jason Tatum to 5 of 16 shooting, Jimmy Butler to 10 of 22, Siakam to 5 of 19, LeBron to 2 of 10. And he can guard anyone. He can guard 1 through 5, probably more efficient than anyone else in the NBA. Hopefully he starts shooting like he says he will. In a recent interview, he said, "I know it's going to come. It's a matter of me being comfortable doing it. Some of that is getting the reps in. I can take a hook shot from the elbow because I've done it so many times. I'm confident it will go in. It's second nature. With threes, it's never been like that. I've got to make it a point of emphasis. I could be one of those guys shooting 30% right now, but I'd rather be one of those guys shooting 40%. That's obviously really good to hear because that's really the only thing he's missing. While he has shown that he can make them if he takes them, I believe he's shooting like 33%, so he's definitely made a couple 3-pointers this year, 6 attempts in the entire season. So he definitely needs to bump those up, and while I don't think he's going to go from where he's at now to shooting like 8 threes a game within one season, I think there's definitely a lot of potential there. And lastly, that leaves cutting Ingram. Ingram has some of the best stats you'll see out of these 3 players. I mean, he's averaging 24.3 points per game, 6.3 rebounds, and 4.3 assists on almost 47% shooting, 38% shooting from three-pointer, and 86 from the free throw line. Ingram's just an excellent shooter from every single mark on the floor. He's improved his playmaking, averaging the most assists he's ever has in his career. And he's been putting up these great numbers while having a team that's pretty bad at spacing. I mean, he's been facing consistent double teams all year, and his coach just doesn't really know how to deal with it, but Ingram does, obviously. Zion is probably one of the biggest paint cloggers in the league. It's obviously only gotten worse since Zion came back. I also touched on that in the last video, that he's been averaging 21 points on about 42% shooting since Zion came back, which obviously is not going to get it done, and that's why he's getting cut in this video. But I would say the main reason I'm cutting Ingram is because of his lackluster defense. He's not terrible, but I wouldn't exactly say he's good. Both of the players above him are some of the best defenders in the entire league, and he's just not. Anyway, so that's going to do it for the first edition of Start Bench Cut. Comment below who I should do next. In a couple days, I'm going to post a Marcus Smart player analysis video, so be tuned in for that. But thanks for watching Hoops Empire, and have a good one.